tiny packets of life carry a priceless inheritance. Each one of these seeds holds infinite potential, deep wells of genetic variety and adaptation nurtured over time. They are the seeds of our survival. For thousands of years, since people began domesticating wild plants, farmers all over the world, especially women, have selected and saved their seeds. They've carefully observed how their crops have grown and chosen which seeds to save and plant the following season. Through time, farmers have accumulated a deep knowledge of thousands of plant varieties they've nurtured to survive and thrive in all kinds of conditions, including the extremes of climate change.
Now I'm going to count how many seeds it produces per spike.
So many seeds from a single spike means this variety produces high yields.
Now, 44 seeds.
Yes, pretty good.
Yeah, very nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yield is not the only trait farmers look for. They identify ones that withstand droughts or heavy rains, resist pests or diseases, or which ones grow best in different soils. Ethiopia, one of the world's most significant centers of origin, a biodiversity hotspot. Many of the planet's major crop varieties for finger millet, sorghum, barley, and the coffee that gets us through our day have their origins here. Like many countries, Ethiopia has established a national gene bank to hold and protect a vital store of the country's seed varieties.
Samples from nearly everywhere in the country, and we had thousands of those stored relatively safely in the gene bank.
These kinds of national seed banks are insurance policies against future disasters. Today, about 6 million seed samples are stored in temperature-controlled national gene banks like this all over the planet. Even so, the world has already lost at least 75% of crop genetic diversity. Far away in Norway's Arctic, an international seed bank opened in 2008, a doomsday vault of last resort against global and national disasters. More than 400,000 seed samples are preserved here. Centralized facilities like these focus on collecting and preserving. But conservation through use is what keeps diversity alive and evolving, adapting to ever-changing and challenging conditions and needs.
A living repository is in the farmer's field already, which stays in a state of dynamism.
That's why time-tested agricultural practices and the knowledge of local family farmers is so important.
ጎራዱ ጥሩ ዋጋ ነው የሚሸጠው። ጨረቂቱ ደግሞ ብዙም ለገበያ ዋጋ አይደፍርም።
Before a farmer takes the planting material, the seed to the field, they say, okay, what shall we plant this time? What do we need? Oh, we need something for market. We need something for house consumption, milling quality. We need storability. We need to enrich the soil fertility. And then to feed the animals, construction material, medicinal plants, of course yield. So on and on and on.
But this dynamic work can be fragile. When a disastrous drought and famine struck northern Ethiopia in the 1980s, many farmers were forced to eat even the seeds they had saved for planting. Out of this tragedy emerged an innovative plan to bring scientists and food producers together to keep diversity alive in farmers' fields. They also established community-run seed banks near farmers' fields where they were needed most. This was the beginning of USC's groundbreaking Seeds of Survival program. Community seed banks are like insurance policies. There will be seeds to plant if harvests fail. Farmers also contribute their best seed varieties every year to safeguard the genetic diversity of their food crops. These small facilities also support knowledge sharing, training, and farmer-led experimentation that breeds and tests ever-evolving varieties. Conservation and innovation are at the heart of USC Canada's Seeds of Survival program.
The strategy is that in case one fails or attacked by disease or whatever stress it is, the others survive. When you have the diversity, you have wider options where you can have materials that can easily adapt into different and unique pockets. This is the advantage and the privilege of diversity. The moment you narrow down the basis of your diversity, and then directly you narrow down also your alternatives and your options.
That's what happened a few decades ago when the barley crops of North America failed due to a virus, threatening the survival of a large and lucrative beer industry. The solution was found in seeds from Ethiopia.
Scientists managed to grab a gene from within a peasant farm in Ethiopia, for free, of course.
The expertise of local farmers and rural communities all over the world is more important than ever. Their centuries-old accumulation of local knowledge about the food supply holds the solutions not only for their survival, but for us all.